First and foremost, I like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rokah, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and a sincere salutation to you, Akim, and you, Akwat, that believe in all sincerity. So as you see here on your screen, there's a conversation, okay, that has been circulating, okay, among Great Millstone, and it's in text form, okay, but these individuals on the left are outing General Yohana, okay. The apostles and other brothers have been doing videos, on this situation, but it's no different from Al-Azhar in the Sakari, the top leader of ISUPK, General Yohana, okay, allegedly, molested a boy back in 93, as you see here at the top of this text thread. Your conscious community niggas called our commanding general PDF file, because he molested a boy back in 93. So what? That was a long time ago. Obviously, this is a member of the ISUPK taking up for his leader, okay, Yohana, the so-called commanding general. And the text goes on to say, okay, dude, now you making me want to block you. You hang with dudes like that. Continue to say, you conscious niggas, especially you hoteps, molest little kids all the time, just like the Catholic Church. So this conversation has been outed, okay? It's circulating, and there's speculation that, General Yohana, he's a PDF file. So, this is what's going on right now in Israel. And the Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramlab, and brothers have been doing lessons on this. And I just wanted to add my spiritual 2 cents because, the ISUPK, in my opinion, they're the worst group, okay, in Israel. They're the most carnal. And they allure through the lusts of the flesh. They want to get everyone to come and join their group, but they do it by, alluring through the flesh. They're very carnal. Okay, they hook you in through carnality, very worldly, very, so-called, what's the word? They want to put out this alpha male, this manly vibe, no coward vibe. And, in all actuality, it's just carnality, But, yeah, this is the channel up on top, Matt Forever. You can find this video on that channel. The video is entitled General Yohana molested a boy, or something to that effect. And that's very disturbing, And we don't do these videos because we, like to out this or be busybodies. But this is something that has to be, reported, okay, to the Israelite community. This is very disturbing, as well as what Sakari leader was involved in. Okay, the old pegging incident. This stuff is not of the truth. Okay. I had another. I wanted to bring something else out. Let's see if I can. This is an interview, okay, of the General Yohana had with I forget the name of the individuals that were the SPLC, something to that effect, But you can read these when you get a chance. You could pause this video and read all this without asking, can a Mo join your church? Absolutely. We have quite a few ex-Mos in the Israelite school community. If you follow the Most High's rules, you'll have enough power to leave any sinful life behind. Crack, drugs, and morality, anything that's destroyed our communities and left us in these ghettos, we give them the power to wash that stuff out and to live a healthy life that will help save other people's lives. We have people come to us who say, yes, I'm a Mo. Yes, I'm a PDF file, but I want to be brand new. We start them on that righteous walk, and we've had great success. And this is interesting that, he's actually mentioning this himself. You know, he's actually mentioning PDF files, but they're at the ISUPK. And as I mentioned, they allure through the lust of the flesh. Okay. And they asked him, what do you do about ex-Mo members who go back to Mo Love? Things like that are brought to our council. No different than someone who was on crack. There you go with the crack again. What's up with the crack thing? And backslid and ended up taking crack again. So a Mo who leaves that lifestyle but backslides is just another sinner who made a mistake. But as of yet, we haven't had any who've done that. In fact, we have the opposite. They've gone on to take wives. What do you believe should happen to Mo men who choose to remain Mos? They should be condemned to death. That's what it says in the book of Revelation. We don't say they'll be delivered. We don't say they'll be delivered to hellfire like Christians through Hamashiach. Okay, and it goes on. But I just wanted to bring this little piece out, okay, this interview. And I don't know if this is on his page, but this has been circulating too. The internet, is undefeated. Nothing that gets put on the net, really gets erased. It can all be brought back up, and brothers be digging in the crates, and all this stuff comes out. But it's interesting that he mentions crack so much, and it's interesting that he's talking about PDF files. Okay, seeing that he's just been allegedly, in '93, he, he was a PDF file. And look at this one. Yay, we got PDF files at IUCBK, but it's nowhere near the damn Catholic Church, and our brothers repented. So what? You see that? What does it say here? The guy replied, wow, you admitted that too. No, GMS teaches that ish, not ISBK, and have nothing to do with Catholics. So you see the vibe that is being pushed over there. I also have this video too. Bear with me. I'm gonna get to the scriptures, but I also have this video. Check this out. This is we'll start at the 12-minute mark. But listen, this is the name of this video. IUCBK Israelites only wants murderers, drug addicts, and criminals. No IUIC. Look at what this says in the description. IUCBK fat guy brags about having degenerates. Excuse me. Low lifes and undesirables in their school. They are so ignorant. They brag about using cocaine and coming out of jail. The leader even says he is struggling with controlling his urge to be evil. Listen to this, because this is relevant. Now, this video is old, but this is the General Mahayaman. Okay, I believe. One of the top leaders in their organization. And on the bottom right is General Yohana, the guy that right here where it says the grill, hosted by One West Commanding General Yohana. This is another. This is what he looks like, but basically, he's the one that was convicted, or allegedly, allegedly, he's a PDF file from 1993. But listen to what this guy says. This is a top guy from the.
Oh, your mother is. My mother would have rather I've been an IURC member than be with these old killers in the UPK. She'd have much rather I join the IURC. She'd have much rather I join the IURC. She'd have much rather I join the IURC. 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 And our congregation is brothers with felonies. Right, you understand me? Right, that's it. Brothers straight out of prison, in the halfway house, doing their 90 days, trying to kick a coke habit, trying to kick a heroin habit, sitting in the chair, fighting the desire to smoke weed. Right. Felony, 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 felony. straight out of prison. Oh, heroin, straight out of prison. Felony, 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 felony. Straight out of prison. Oh, heroin, straight out of prison. We read that scripture, brother, when I was, 20 and some God knows. Right. When I was sitting in the chair, trying to fight my urge to kill someone, to get high, fight it all the time. Fought it last weekend. Fight it all the time. Fight it constantly. Trying to fight my urge to kill someone, to get high. Fight it all the time. Fought it last weekend. Fight it all the time. Fight it constantly. Fight it all the time. Fight it constantly. There's only a peculiar, special type of man that can be in here. We care about getting murderers. Right. You killed a couple of cats, you're in the right place. I'm just telling you out of love. You broke in a few houses. You shot a couple of cats. You a felon. Your father was a drug addict and you was right behind him. Welcome home. There's only a peculiar, special type of man that can be in here. We care about getting murderers. Right. You killed a couple of cats, you're in the right place. I'm just telling you out of love. You broke in a few houses. You shot a couple of cats. You a felon. Your father was a drug addict and you was right behind him. Welcome home. I've sent many brothers to the IUIC. The sister said, why would you send a brother to them? I'll explain. This is hard to understand. Because I know my mom would love them. I don't know who your mother is. My mother would have rather I've been an IUIC member than be with these old killers in the UPK.
So you see, that's the spirit that they're pushing over there. Very carnal spirit, This guy's talking about if you killed a couple people, you're probably in the right place. If you your father was a drug addict and you follow right behind him, you're probably in the right place. Oh, well, you heard what he said, welcome home. And that's what they push over there. They push that moles, PDF files, murderers, guys with felonies, dudes that are kicking the coke habit, this is who they welcome into their organization. All right. This is demonic. This is very wicked, especially these allegations that just came out about Johanna. In my opinion, this is the worst group, and these guys think they're tough. This guy right here wears shirts that say no cowards, but we're going to see in that day, when Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai puts a candle to their works and, for all that they've been teaching, they're going to be singing a different tune, because this is not what the truth is about. And that's what this lesson is going into. The Heavenly Father is, putting a light to everyone's work, seeing what kind of work it is. This is, we'll start here in the book of Matthew 7 and 15. Beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. You see? And these guys are false prophets, along with Sakari, along with, what he was, the scandal he was caught up in. Let's get this word ravening. Yeah.
Strong's G 727. Harpax.
Rapacious, ravenous, an extortioner, a robber. Let's get this word rapacious real quick. Let's see.
Rapacious.
Aggressively greedy or grasping. Ravenous. Yeah, they're greedy.
Ravenous.
extremely hungry, of hunger or need, very great, voracious. What does it say? Greedy down here. Voracious, similar words. Voracious, insatiable, ravening, wolfish, greedy, gluttonous, insatiate. Jungle beast. Extremely hungry, famished, voracious, feeling ravenous after a hard day's work. Synonyms: greedy, extremely rapacious, a ravenous jungle beast. Yeah, and this dude looks gluttonous. Very carnal. Looks like he no discipline. He can't, put a scourge over his thoughts. Okay, here it is saying that he fought, the urge the week before to kill somebody and to do drugs. That's not what the truth is about, man. Goodness. What's going on with my phone? Back in Matthew 7 and 16, ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes or thorns, grapes of thorns, or figs of thistles? Yeah. Can you gather grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? And you can't. Grapes. And figs is fruit, but you can't pick them from thorn bushes or from thistles. Okay, so you're gonna know them by their fruits. You're gonna know what type of fruit it is. Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. Okay, men are likened unto trees. So first of all, you don't be gathering your fruit from the trash. You see, you don't want dudes who've murdered a couple people in your congregation. You don't want dudes who are kicking a drug habit in your congregation. You don't want that. You're gonna know whether they're good fruit. By their fruits, by their actions, by what not what they say. Okay, those people are false. False prophets. Okay, would allow that. And even be that. We see this with these allegations with this General Yohana guy. And his congregation is saying that was a long time ago. You see this on the screen. So what? That was a long time ago, man. These guys are wolves inside. They're not sheep. 17th verse. Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit, right? They, and their actions is nothing but evil. The doctrine, that they push is evil. This guy has been heard saying that the only way for Will Smith to get back at Chris Rock for that slap at that award show, a couple years ago, was for Will Smith to have sex with Chris Rock's wife, to go get heroin and give it to her and to have sex with her, something to that effect. That's horrible advice. This guy says that John the Baptist fell out of the truth. This guy on your screen.
She'd much rather I join the IUIC. She'd much rather I join the IUIC.
You see? A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore, by their fruits ye shall know them. Okay? So, a good individual in this truth, it cannot bring evil fruit. Okay? Same thing with the corrupt individual. They cannot bring good fruit. You're going to know them by their fruits. You're going to know them by their actions, by their deeds, by the things they say. Okay? And, and the trees, those individuals that bring not forth the good fruit, they're going to be cut down and cast into the fire. There's a judgment for individuals like this. It says, wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them, right? You're going to know them by their fruits. You're going to know them by what they do. Okay? This is a Jeremiah 7 and 9. Will ye steal, murder, and commit adultery, and swear falsely, and burn incense unto Baal, and walk after other gods whom ye know not, and come and stand before me in this house which is called by my name, and say, we are delivered to do all these abominations? in this house which is called by my name, Salaka, is this house which is called by my name become a den of robbers in your eyes? Behold, even I have seen it, saith Yahweh. You see? So, these individuals, okay, that want to gather fruit like that, or are even doing such things in the truth, the Lord sees it. Okay, you're not going to steal, murder, commit adultery, swear falsely, and burn, incense into other gods or worship other gods. All right, and these guys call on, Christ a lot. Same thing with the IUIC. All right, Sakari says that they don't worship Yahweh Shai, that he's an idol. These guys, man. So, and the Lord's showing, who he's with and who he's not with. He's not with individuals like this. But you're not going to come into the congregation of the Lord and stand before him and say, hey, we're free to do all these things. You're not. The house of the Lord, okay, in their eyes has become a den of robbers. Then there's a saying in the world, there's no honor amongst thieves. Okay? Let's get this word.
Strong's
robbers.
H6530. Paritz.
Violent one, breaker, robber, murderer. You see that? The truth is not, okay, for you to be gathering a bunch of murderers, a bunch of robbers. You see? You are not going to be delivered to do all these abominations, man. It's not going to go well with you in that day if you think that, you're going to use this grace, as a cloak of maliciousness. That's not what the truth is about. But that's what these guys appeal to. Same thing with Sakari. Sakari got the real worldly vibe to it, right? Where, he, and it just came out too. He posted on his social media that he was, the last day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. He was at the club, he was showing the bottle girls come and bringing him a bottle and, commemorating the last day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which is a Sabbath. He was at the club. These people think they're free, to do all these abominations. They gonna come into the house of the Heavenly Father and just make it a den of robbers. The Lord sees these things. And for the allegations of a leader to do something like, be a PDF file, the Lord is not with that, man. The Lord's not with, dudes trying to gather mo's and PDF files into the congregation. I mean, those are serious offenses, man. But dudes want to make, want it to be, about numbers. So they can basically, make money off the people. They make merchandise off the people. This is 2 Peter 2:2. And many shall follow their pernicious ways. Okay? And many are going to follow, these guys, and their pernicious ways. It's the word pernicious.
Strong's G684. Apoleia.
Right, destroying, utter destruction. What does it say here? A perishing, a ruin. Right. These destructive ways. Many are going to follow these destructive ways by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. And these guys are bad examples, okay? And they make the truth look like something that it's not, okay? It says, and through covetousness, right, they want what you got, shall they with feigned words make merchandise of you. Yeah, they simple speeches, they deceive the heart. With speeches, they deceive the hearts of the simple.
Strong's G4112. Plastas. Plastas.
Right, feigned. What does it say down here? Fictitious words, man. Being all fake, all in your face. Okay? Because really, they just want to make merchandise. They just want you to buy things from them. I just seen like a little skit, kind of like a commercial for their Passover. It's ridiculous. And a lot of these guys charge, $200 per person for Passover. That's the Lord's Passover, The Lord didn't tell us to charge on that day. But yet these camps, they do that. It says, make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not. So it's no longer lingering. The Lord is making good on you know, on what he said. Okay. And the scriptures say that judgment shall start at those that know that they're Israelites, at the house of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai first. You see, the judgment is not lingering, man, and their damnation slumbereth not. Excuse me. Let's jump down. We'll get this, 2 Peter 2:10. It says, but chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness. Yeah. Mainly those that, they're after the flesh, right? They're walking in the flesh. They're not walking in the spirit. In the lust of uncleanness and despise government, right? You had Sakari try to curse out the apostles, and seeing is that he came in by way of great millstone, but yet he doesn't pay homage, he doesn't respect. It says, presumptuous are they, self-willed, they are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. Yeah, very presumptuous. They just presume to know things, and very self-willed. They do what they want to do. They break off and just remix the whole truth. It says 12, but these as natural brute beasts made to be taken and destroyed speak evil of the things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption. Right. And you heard the guy, sitting down. What'd he say? If you killed a couple people, you're in the right place. That's wicked. That's wicked. You don't understand what this truth is about. You're just a brute beast. You speak evil, the things that they understand not shall utterly perish in their own corruption. Right. It's their own corruption. It's the things that they do is going to destroy themselves, man. It was their leader that said that you could, poke your woman in the backside. That's going off. That's abominable. 2 Peter 2:18, for when they speak great swelling words of vanity, right? And this guy is known for that. This guy's known for that right here. This guy right here, just sitting down, he's known for speaking great words of vanity. As a matter of fact, through the Spirit, I perceive that he's trying to, in this video, he's trying to gain somebody in the crowd, because they let anybody in their school. I remember one time I passed by. I was at one of those apartment finders, house finders places, and I was waiting for them to open, and I seen their school. It was next door, and I was peeking through the window, and I don't know if I made noise, but a guy came out and was like, "Are you here for the Sabbath class?" I'm like, "Huh? No." He's like, "Oh, but if you are, just come on ahead." And I was just like, "Man, they let anybody into they classes?" But I perceive that this guy right here on the screen, that he's actually talking to somebody in the crowd, trying to tell them they're in the right place.
Right. When I was sitting in the chair, trying to fight my urge to kill someone, to get high, fight it all the time. Fought it last weekend. Fight it all the time. Fight it constantly. Trying to fight my urge to kill someone, to get high.
I don't know why I feel like he's looking at somebody in the crowd. I could be wrong, but these guys speak, as it says here, great swelling words of vanity. They allure through the lust of the flesh, right? They allure through the lust of the flesh, right? The forbidden desires, that we have, they use those. They allure to that. They want to get you into the truth by speaking things that, you want to hear, that is fleshly, that is carnal.
Strong's G 1185, Dele Adzo.
Metaphorically, to beguile by blandishments, allure, entice, deceive, right? They try to allure you. They try to entice you, to come into their congregation by using, fleshly arguments, carnality. If you've been to prison, you're in the right place. So what is a guy going to do who just got out of jail? He's like, hey, well, yeah, well, that's cool. I could believe in God and be worldly at the same time. Yeah, all right. Like I said, this guy, basically spoke about that you have to get payback when somebody does you wrong. And if Jake has that in their spirit, they're going to want to listen to an individual like this. They're going to want to, live that eye for an eye lifestyle. That's something that you have to put off when you come into the truth. You see? So they allure through the lust of the flesh, through much wantonness. Let's get this word wantonness.
Strong's G 766.
Yeah.
As elgaya. As elgaya.
Unbridled lust, excess, lasciviousness, wantonness, outrageousness, shamelessness, insolence. Let's read this in the NLT. They brag about themselves with empty, foolish boasting, with an appeal to twisted sexual desires. They lure back into sin those who have barely escaped from a lifestyle of deception. Yeah. I do got a big mouth, man. Yeah, boasting. Right. Yeah, lustful desires of the flesh, right? It's just telling you, yeah, man, you're sitting in, if sitting in the chair trying to, we're here for the guy that's sitting in the chair trying to, fight the urge to smoke weed. If a guy hears that, a guy's going to be like, oh, well, he knows what it's like, when you mess up. What did he say? What did this guy say? I fought it last week. The urge to kill somebody and to get high. Like, he said this. So an individual comes and sits in the congregation. He's going to be like, oh, well, then he knows what it's like. Well, then he knows that if I mess up, it's okay. What did we read here? What did we read here? The second paragraph. What do you do about Mo members who go back to Mo Love? Things like that are brought to our counsel, no different than someone who was on crack and backslid and ended up taking crack again. So Mo, who leaves their lifestyle but backslides, is just another sinner who made a mistake. Yeah, he made a mistake. That's all. Just made a mistake. And that's what this guy is. He's alluring to. You can make mistakes like that. He makes them. He fights things like that. Like, bro, come on, man. We're not in this truth to turn it into lasciviousness, unbridled lust, shamelessness. All right, those that were clean escape from them who live in error. Right, those who are right are going to escape these guys. If there's elect among their groups, they're going to escape these guys who live in error. While they promise them liberty, right? They tell you you're under grace. Hey, you have grace. You're at liberty right now. They themselves are servants of corruption. You see. They try to tell you to live a righteous life, but they themselves are completely wicked. For of whom a man is overcome, of the same is he brought in bondage. Right? If you're overcome by Satan, he's gonna take you captive, and that's truly who you serve. You serve Satan. If you're in this truth and you're doing things like that, that's who you truly serve. Right. The NLT, they promise freedom, but they themselves are slaves of sin and corruption. For you are a slave to whatever controls you. Just like Alazar, with the whole, Pegasus situation, Here it is, they're getting on other people, telling them to get right. They're, we're under grace, but look at what they're doing, being a whole Pegasus behind the scenes. That's terrible. Is it for if after they have escaped the pollutions of the world through the knowledge of the Lord and Savior Yahushua HaMashiach, they're getting entangled therein and overcome, the latter end is worse with them than the beginning. And I don't believe these guys have escaped the pollutions of the world. They don't have the knowledge of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, these are false prophets. We're gonna steer you away from these guys. You get entangled into these things, man, that they're speaking about, those are dead works. Committing murder, Moism, PDF files. That stuff is wicked, completely wicked. There's, man. Yeah, trying to gather everybody and anybody into their congregation for numbers. for money. And this is also that, it can be made manifest who the Heavenly Father's with. Because if these allegations are true about Johanna, then, the last person is this guy Nate from the IUIC. And we all know that they stopped calling the true name of the Son of the Most High. We all know that they're, hiding the truth of the MOTB. We know this, man. So let's get this. It's 1 Corinthians 11 and 19. For there must be also heresies among you, that they which are approved may be made manifest among you. Right? Heresies are what? A false doctrine. There has to be false doctrines in this Israelite truth. So those that are approved, who truly, the Most High is working with, they're gonna be made manifest, and that's what we believe that is happening. The Lord's gonna end up making manifest, these individuals, and who he truly is dealing with. Because you're not going to hear about this type of stuff among Great Millstone. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3 and 10. But thou hast fully known my doctrine, manner of life, purpose, faith, long-suffering, charity, patience. Well, let's go up. 7. Ever learning and ever able to come to the knowledge of the truth. And that's these guys. These other groups. They learn. IUIC is now starting to get into the Hebrew. We saw that. And ever able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Now, as Jannes and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these also resist the truth. Men of corrupt minds reprobate concerning the faith. And that's reprobate. That's a corrupt mind. This is corruptness right here. What this guy's saying, this is a corrupt mind right here. We don't get on camera and start saying stuff like this, man. There's no need to, man. Here it is. We're trying to be the best that we can. We fighting a battle. We fighting the flesh, but we ain't going to tell you all this. We ain't going to tell you that we're fighting the urge, man, bro. But they shall proceed no further, for their folly shall be manifest unto all men. You see, and that's what's happening. Their folly is being manifested unto all men, as theirs also was, right? As Jannes and Jambres, they withstood Moses, got exposed, so are other false prophets are going to be exposed. Okay, but this is Paul speaking. But thou hast fully known my doctrine, manner of life, purpose, faith, long suffering, charity, patience, man. You see, that manner of life, that righteous lifestyle that we have to pursue. We have elders, we have apostles that are truly walking the walk and talking the talk. We know their purpose, their faith, their long suffering, their charity, their patience. It's nothing, like these guys. That's scary, man. And it's not a laughing matter. Even to report on these things is just like, it's just heavy. It's heavy because we know how upright we have to be. We know that there's a standard. It's very scary to even speak about these things. It's not nothing funny, man. It's not a funny issue. It's really not. This is Ephesians 5 and 3. But fornication and all uncleanness or covetousness, let it not be once named among you as becometh saints. Now, I don't know when Johanna came into the truth, but, they said he was a PDF file in 93, that he paid off a family. That's what's going on, allegedly. Okay, let it not be once named among you as becometh saints, neither filthiness, nor foolish talking, nor jesting, which are not convenient, but rather giving thanks. For this ye know, that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covetous man, who is an idolater, hath any inheritance in the kingdom of Hamashiach and of the Most High. Right, so no fornicator, man, no adulterer or unclean person that lives this lavishly over extensive skeleton in the closet lifestyle, nor a covetous man, right, that wants other people's money, that wants other people's things, or an idolater, right, that has anything inheritance in the kingdom of the Most High. Let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of the Most High upon the children of disobedience. Now, you got guys telling you can do all kinds of stuff. Anybody can come into the congregation. things are just, certain things are just mistakes. It's like, man, it's a very dangerous game they're playing. And we got to take heed, because these individuals, man, they think they're in the truth. They think they're in the truth. They think they're doing the right thing. They wholeheartedly think they're doing the right thing. If you were to be around them, you'd be like, this individual is off. So let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of the Most High upon the children of disobedience. Be not ye therefore partakers with them, right? Don't join their groups, man. Don't partake in that stuff. For ye were sometimes darkness, but now are ye light in the Lord. Walk as children of the light. For the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth. You see? That's the fruit of the Spirit, man. Is what? Goodness, righteousness, and truth. Proving what is acceptable unto the Lord. We have to, time and time again, prove what is the true will of the Lord. Not our will. We can't do what we want to do. We have to do what the Yahweh Shem Shai wants us to do. Have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. You see? For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret. NLT, it is shameful even to talk about those things that ungodly people do in secret. Right, man? It's shameful, man. It's like, what? PDF files? What? They're letting Moses in the congregation. It's like, bro, those situations, they're very, very, very touchy, man. And you can't be having a spirit of like, dudes are just making mistakes. Like, that's very dangerous. But all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light, for whatsoever doth make manifest is light. You see? And brothers have said, this is the light. What we do, it can be made manifest by Yahweh B'Shem Shai. So let us not be prideful. Let us take heed. Let us pray that we never fall into the stead of these guys. So I just wanted to bring this out. Lord willing, this was edifying. Okay? I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rokah, Quadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and a sincere salutation to you, Akim, and you, Aqua, that believe in all sincerity. Shalom.